beautiful ignited souls, we are ready for a new creation. So, beautiful ignited souls, I felt I just had to cut this other presentation a little bit short so we can really get the full flavor of these presentations, because I have been getting quite a lot of downloads, and I've got to get some outlets. And so if you're receiving the presentations like it seem often, just go at the pace that you are able to, and you can come back and watch things when you can. But it's just that I feel that I am nudged to do this, and so there must be a divine purpose for all this. And so this is the language that we are being taught. Language is within us, and Mother Eve, as I said, is no male nor female. When we say mother and father, we are tapping into vibrations and functions. So when we speak of numerology on this channel, it's all about the vibrations, it's all about the reverberation, the frequency, and that's what the main message is about. Okay, we have representation of a mother who gives breast milk and so on and what have you, but likewise we have seen Jesus was like a nurturer, even for the fact that some people said he was a female. So let's not go too much into this now, but it's the attribute of a characteristic that matters here. So we have looked at, I feel I've got to get my feather or a feather. We are looking at the soul, and the soul, for instance, we have seen how for I'm getting a nudge that I need to really look at and explore the word soul again. Oh, Mother Eve, please, this is like, okay, so soul, let's look at the soul like in the story of Jesus with the 12 disciples and Jesus Christ. Now, this is where we're going to go with this. So, there are 13 of them. Now, perhaps I'll just bear with me with all this information here. We have looked at number 13. We have seen he who created, he is 13 here, and of course the word 13 gives us 9. So this is what we have been looking at. We also see 2 gives us 9, 2 gives us 13, and 13 gives us 9. So here we could say, for instance, and let's look at this carefully. So Christ, or Jesus, was born, of course, called Jesus, and 11. We have seen Mother Eve is in 11. He comes to fulfill the law, so meaning he comes to even things up, where things are going to be evened up. But you could see that Mother Eve is in the middle, and we won't go too much about the L God and so on, but he levels, because all these are the same letters. He comes to level things and so on. We see this is like the serpent. So the serpent moves, it's up and down, but it's able to also be very straight like a rod. And so this is why we have 2 11s. 1 is 7. The serpent equals 7. So this is why we have 2 serpents. You could say it's 2 serpents that we have, that in the caduceus, that actually is the pharmaceutical logo. So the caduceus. So this is why the intelligence of human have been using this symbol as the cure to giving people medication. And so we have looked at death. We have seen death brings about, through death you meet with God, if you like. And because it comes to 20 comes to 8. We have seen how 8 actually here is 2 zeros. 1 0 equals 1, 0 equals 1, which is 10, but 10 is 1, and 0 also equals 10. again, which is 1. Now, to show the correspondence, 0 equals 10, and 10 and 10 is 20. So you can see how 20 is reflected in death again. So God is death in this sense. So right here, we are just saying, just to give you a little idea about this. But what we really want to show here, so to keep things in perspective, is that Christ was at the table with 13 disciples, well, him including 13, and he, of course, went to, well, the crucifixion, that meant there were 12 left. 12. Of course, so out of the 12, we learned that Judas hanged himself, so then that left 11. So can you see how everything that had been written, it's like everything is that we are reenacting something that has been written. Like often the reference would be made in the scriptures that would be said, oh, so they had to do this, so the word that had been written would be fulfilled. This is why Jesus says, I have not come to abolish the law, because the word law, let's just look at that, is 5, 6, and 3, 9. So he has not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. And so this is what happens. From 13, we get 9 as well. So I'm just looking at the word law is like wall. Okay, and so here we have 11. And so we can see that Jesus being 11, and this is why it is said that he died for all man, or all mankind, or all human. So he died of all, meaning that he encapsulating the other 11 disciples, meaning all the attributes or their essence, he went on the cross with this as well. And it's no wonder as well, it is said, okay, like on the cross there were another 2 crosses with 2 thieves beside him. One to his left, one to his right. Thieves, the word thieves is like Eves as well, meaning one was portrayed to be right and one was portrayed to be not so right. Again, the death. Okay, so I won't go too deep into this, but I just felt that this was important for us to be able to grasp the essence of the teachings that we have had, and how we might use these to help understand our makeup, because this is not you are not separated from this element. And although from what Mother Eve is saying, that we have different species, just like we have different nations, although we are under one umbrella, even when we were created in this one species or nations, there are different segments of us, and this us, for instance, is one segment, which equals 31, and is the mirror aspect of 13. So of course that is the Father, which is Father. Why has that? For that is the again Father is 31. This is why we have 7 months of the year that has 31 days, because we are now just relearning. So let's not go too deep into this, but we have seen how Christ, of course, here he encapsulates the 14 gods. He encapsulates the 14 gods. From he comes just like the cell itself. So this is the 00, and this is why I am now believing like our eyes This is kind of reminding me of like the two eyes, if you like, or two nostrils, or whatever it is right here, carrying everything. This is why they said the eyes are the windows to the soul, and soul is actually 13. So we have seen that there is a lot of scope to all of this here. One, of course, we have seen how 1 equals 7, 1 equals 7, 7 plus 7 is 14. This is where Mother Eve, so Mother Eve is that which gels and is like the spirit that gels, that brings the harmony. This is the smoothness and the rough, if you like, but there's a harmonious or union in a sense of even that it separates because it's in the middle of numbers 1 and 9. It can go to the left and it can go to the right, but it has the key. It is the key to get in us to go to the smooth or to the rough side. So thank you for watching. Hope you like this. There's 11 minutes on here, and do join us on the Sheep by subscribing and of course sharing of this. And even if you don't understand some of this, I can tell you just by watching this, let this language permeate your soul, because this is necessary for us right now. So stay ignited and united.